Hi, welcome everybody. My name is Anne. This is Stitching in Hand, FlossTube number 5. This is a channel mostly about cross-stitch, a little bit of sewing. Thanks for joining me, and thanks if you're returning. Thanks for doing that. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for commenting. Thanks. It's been great, all of this. It's fun. So I'm back with FlossTube number 5. More of my, oh dear, what's happening here? Okay. That wasn't supposed to happen. Try to edit that out maybe later. I don't know. I was trying to get my notes and a video came up on my iPad instead. Anyhow, forgive me. So I have some finishes. My daughter, I'm sure, is in the next room laughing at me right now. So I have actual finishes that I'm happy to share with you today. So this, I showed you this last week or the week before. This is from Cherry Hill Samplers. And it was her stitch along for Valentine's Day. I finished it, well, you know, it's half finished, let's say. I made it into a pillow, but you see that I haven't stuffed it. And actually after I ironed it, I thought, oh, maybe I don't want it to be a pillow. I don't know what I want it to be. You know, it's not like I'm going to have this out all year, so I haven't decided. But I changed my mind on how I was going to finish it. Initially, I was going to make it in a pillow, and I had debated between this fabric and another, and then I was going to have a little ruffle around the edge out of a green fabric, but then I got too lazy to make the ruffle, and ruffles really aren't my thing anyway, so I'm not sure why I was thinking about a ruffle. So I just decided to do this, and you know, it's cute. I like a couple people commented on which fabric I should use, and I decided to take your advice. So that's what I did. So another finish for me, now this is a finish, not fully finished, but finished stitching, is this from Ink Circles, Reflections of Ireland. This one was stitched with Gloriana silk in the color Forest, and it was stitched on a Belfast linen. What I discovered as I put my very last stitches in this is that at some point, because it's a repetitive pattern, you know, it's just 1/4 and it repeats. At some point, I turned my needlework like this and started stitching, and you know what that means. So some of my stitches are going the wrong direction. And I don't think I've ever, I mean, I'm sure somewhere along the line, I've made mistakes, but I don't think I've ever stitched whole areas incorrectly, you know, the wrong direction. But you know what? I am not taking it out. I don't even know. I can't even begin to figure out where. It doesn't matter, because who's going to notice? Now, I've pointed it out, of course, so you'll all know. Nobody else is going to notice. I'm not sure I'm going to do another one of these, you know, where the pattern repeats like that, because it's obviously my brain doesn't work well with those. So I don't know. It turned out pretty though. I like it. Oh, here is the cover of the pattern. It's by Ink Circles, Reflections of Ireland. The green I chose was not this green, obviously. Although this green they chose, I kind of like it now. But it's fine. It's fine the way it is. So, excuse me, as I mentioned last week, I ordered from 123 Stitch. And I got some of what I ordered. But I decided that, as you know, I have many things in progress that are just nearly finished. So I decided, nope, before I start anything, I have to finish at least one thing of one of my older projects. So I did. This Plum Street Sampler, Spring Has Sprung. I finished it. So a little frustration I had with this is that the white that I chose, this one is stitched with, let me see, sulky threads, just 1/2. It's a 32 count linen, or no. Yeah, I guess this is a linen, 32 count. But I just used sulky. I didn't use the called for. But when I put the bobbin of thread, I guess you'd say, on this fabric, the white on this fabric, I thought, oh yeah, that'll be great. That'll stand out enough. Well, it's pretty, I mean, you can see the snowman and you can see those snowflakes, but there's also little tiny snowflakes over here. They're difficult to see. There's a line right here. But that's okay because spring has sprung and the snow is fading into the background, right? So I guess I shouldn't make that prevalent. Anyway, that was my only complaint about this one. And I realized as I was finishing it, probably why I had stopped, because I realized, oh, I had one of the snowflakes way off, so I had to tear that out. There was a few things I had to rip out and start again. But I'm glad it's finished, and it's kind of inspired me. I think I'm gonna, you know, before I start something new, actually go into the archives and pull something out that needs finishing. So, see, there's another benefit of FlossTube. It's making me get stuff done. Go figure. Now, this I showed you a couple weeks ago, but I just wanted to correct myself. I thought that this was a freebie that I picked up somewhere, but it was not. I found the, I found the pattern, and it's Bent Creek Miniature Sampler Collection. And I bought it at Welcome Stitchery years ago when they were here in Crystal Lake, or up in Crystal Lake. So that I'm correcting myself, was not a freebie, was actually a pattern that I paid for. Now, this is kind of something exciting for me. You know how I have to take a drink of water. Everyone is always talking about their project bags. I'm like, well, yeah, project bags are great, but I use a Ziploc, or I use, one of those zipper ones that you can get on Amazon. What I found with those zipper ones that you can get on Amazon is that if you're, and maybe it's not the pouch itself, maybe it's the combination of the linen and the floss, but they kind of take on a little bit of an odor. I was noticing today, I was going through some, and they were a little, I think it's probably just the combination, but there's no breathing, obviously, in that plastic bag. There's no air going in and out. So any of those, it's not a terrible smell, but you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I decided to make myself a project bag. So I did. This was from a tutorial by Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch. It opens up here, and I just used a white fabric on the inside, and I used this, which is the same as out here. I didn't have enough of this red with the trees to do on the inside, so I just used 3 different fabrics. And I kind of like the white on the inside. It's easier to see. So Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch, she does a great tutorial. It's very easy to follow if you sew at all. Even if you don't sew, if you have a sewing machine, give it a try. The trickiest part is putting on the zipper, and it's really not that tricky. You just have to go slow and be patient. So I was pleased with it though, and I like it. I was using it last night, and on my new project that I didn't start until I finished that Spring Has Sprung, and I'll show you what I'm working on, my latest project. So this is the 2023 Collector's Heart from Heart and Hand. And this was a kit. So it came with, let's see, 32 count Heartland linen by Picture This Plus. It has a little tiny button right here. I didn't bring the button up. It's downstairs. And the floss is, it does Cottage Garden Threads. Okay, but this floss, it's from Australia. And I really like the way it's packaged. so they have instructions on here on how to get it out of the package. It's kind of brilliant. So it was all, you know, how they're all kind of braided, not braided, but twisted together. So it says here on the back, pull the left side down. So I did that. And then you're to squeeze here, and then you can pull. Let me just pull one out. Now it's a little tricky to do what I'm doing, you know, in front of people. Okay, there we go. Boom. This comes out, and this stays beautiful. I love this. This is brilliant. And maybe, again, sometimes I get amused over the silliest things, but I don't know. I thought it was excellent packaging. I would definitely leave it in this. I'm glad I didn't tear it open before I took the time to read it. But it says Cottage Garden Threads, established 2008 by mother and daughter. I don't know who they are, and it's made in Gippsland, Australia. So I can't imagine what this costs, or where you can even order it. I mean, I suppose you could order it from Gippsland, Australia. Anyway, I'm not sure if it's something that you can find locally in your local needlework shop, but I like it. I like it. I endorse it. They're not giving me anything, but I do endorse it. Okay. Oh, here's the little, I did bring the button up here. Here it is. Can't really see it very well there. It's a little quilt design. And here is how far I've gotten. I did all this actually last night. So here's the pattern again. I'm about, not quite halfway, but no, I'm not halfway. Anyway, it's fun. I was doing this while watching the Nationals figure skating, which was fun. My daughter skates. She skated for many years when she was a little girl, and she's just gone back to it. She's still young, but she's just gone back to it to, just do it on her own again. So it's good. It's fun. It gives her something to do. Gives her some exercise that she likes. So I think that's great. Okay. Now, here is what came in the mail. It's a lot of things here. And again, shouldn't have bought all this, but I couldn't resist. So that project, I think, will allow me enough leftover floss to do this one. So this is by Little House Needleworks, and it is called Schoolgirl Lessons. Reading, writing, stitching. It's just tiny. It's a 5x7 frame. So I think it's cute. And I have to say, I do like one color, stitching on one color with one color sometimes, because it's just kind of mindless, and not mindless, but it's easy. There's not a lot of thought involved. You can just do it and get the same joy. Okay, this one is from Jardin Privé, and it is, I would say it's Garden of Bobbins, but I don't know how you say it in French. Isn't that cute? I like that little bird there and the flowers, and I love those bobbins and the scissors. So that one I'm going to be working on. This one is called Luck, and it's from Bent Creek. I think these are showing up. Oh, now they're falling on the ground. I think they're showing up okay. They're not too much glare, but I love this. I love all the letters in there. And I'm sure that I will be able to use some of that Gloriana floss that is left from my Reflections of Ireland in this one. Not the whole thing, because there's a few different, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 7 different colors in this. But maybe for the LUCK. Okay. This from Lizzie Kate. I like what this has to say, and I have someone in mind that I will plan to make it for. And she may or may not be in the room next door. Here's another Lizzie Kate. I thought this was so cute. I've never seen this one. That'll be for next Christmas. Star of Wonder. Well, I say that next Christmas. We'll see. We'll see. But those, I like that blue in there. And I'm not sure that I have any variegated floss that is that blue color. I'm sure I could come up with something for the other colors, but I may, there's two blues in here, a light blue and a dark blue. I may have to purchase something for those, but I'm sure I can find something for the star and the wings and the letters, the words. Okay, then this one, this is from Heart and Hand. Blooming Tiny Town. I'm sure a lot of people are stitching variations of this, you know, this one, or I know there's a Valentine one, and I think there's a Christmas one. I don't know, there's a few of them. Oh yeah, here's the Valentine one on the back, and a patriotic tiny town. I don't know, maybe I'll try one of these little drums. I've never made one of those. The closest I have come to something like that is I made a biscornu. Is that how you say it? I made one once for a friend of mine who, she really appreciates my stitching, but she is very much a minimalist. And I knew if I was going to give her something, it had to be useful. It had to be something that she would use. Otherwise, it would probably drive her a little crazy. So she sews. So I thought, this will work. This will be a pin cushion. So anyway, that's as close as I've come to, you know, making something like this. But maybe I'll give it a try. But I like the little houses just like that. And, you know, that, like I said, I'm not really a ruffle person, but that's cute. With the ribbon. I guess it's ribbon. There's all kinds of cute, clever ideas. Okay, then this one I think is funny, but I need some explanation. Okay, Resting Stitch Face by Hands On Design. I plan on changing the hair color to something more like this, and the eye color. My eyes are brown. Now, my glasses are blue, so I think I'll probably change those glasses to blue. But then I noticed on her head, it looks like she has another pair of glasses. Doesn't it? Here. You know, maybe those are her magnifiers. I'm not sure. If that's what that is, could somebody please tell me? Because I think I might not put those in. I don't know. Anyway, I thought it was cute. It's kind of funny. And then I got a piece of fabric. This is 32 count lamb's wool linen. It's 18 by 27. So what is that? Is that a fat quarter? I'm not sure. I don't know. Oh, quarter yard. It's a quarter yard. What determines a fat quarter? I've never taken the time to figure that out. I don't know. But this is 27 count, and I bought this with the intention of my husband's going to have surgery next week, so I know I'll be spending some time at the hospital, sitting around, and I wanted to have something to stitch that doesn't require my magnifying glass, so I can do this a little bit easier. It's bigger stitches. So I don't know what I'm gonna probably just start on one of these that I bought, or who knows what I'll do, but that's why I bought the larger count than I usually do. Okay, so now these coming up, these are just patterns I've had in my stash that I have not used yet, haven't started, but I thought I'd share them with you. I might have already shown this one, Little House Needleworks Patience. It's cute, those little lambs, and there's a little blue heart button. And then I have two from Jardin Privé, which I should probably get started on. Maybe I could do these on that, because, you know, Easter or springtime, This one is called Carrot Market. And, oh, this is just a close-up of this. So this is the actual pattern. And then this one, it's interesting. Some of their patterns are, the words are in English. I mean, the titles, and others, they are in French. So this one is in French. Also Jardin Privé, and it's a harmony of flowers, I'm guessing. So you can see that. It's kind of dark in here. Let me see if I can move this. Oh dear. Nope, that's not working out. You know, it's later in the day than I normally film, and it's winter and it's snowing. Well, mostly it's later in the day, so the sun's starting to go down. So it's a little bit darker than normal in here. Two more that I have in my stash. I have no idea when I have more than this in my stash, but I really love the drawn thread. I think I could buy every one of their patterns. I love, love, love them. So here's one. This is a Christmas one. What is this? Little Bits of Christmas. I don't even know which one I want to stitch. Probably this, I think. I don't know. This one comes with, let's see. This one comes with the, wait a minute. No. Hold on. What's in here? There's something inside here. Oh no, I guess that is the floss. This one comes with the floss, but it couldn't be for all of them. I think it comes with the floss for this one. This is my guess. I'm not sure. This is Dinky Dyes floss. Here's the floss. So maybe that's the one I'll make. I don't know. They're all really cute though. Okay, and then here's another one, which is just, I think this is going to be so beautiful when it's done. When it's done, maybe I need to start it first. Okay, this is called Random Thoughts, and I have a lot of those going on in my head all the time. But this has the alphabet running through it and lots of specialty stitches, just here and there, randomly placed. This kit, if you want to call it a kit, does include, looks like 5 little charms, a scissors, a key, a couple of hearts, and a bobbin, a spool of thread. Wonder if I have enough. I wonder if I have enough of that fabric to do this one. Yeah, I think I do. No, but that, I don't want to take this one to the hospital. That would be too many different threads and everything. Better not do that. Okay. Now I wanted to show you a few things that I have finished, not recently, but I have finished in the past. This one is the Cardinal Sampler from the Heart Needle Art by Wendy. I really like this. For some reason it was like tucked away in a little box over there on my, where I cut fabric out. And she has, I think that there's a few in this, you know, she has a couple other patterns similar to this. Maybe there's a, I'm not sure what the, I know there's a, I think there's one that's a blackbird. I don't know, I'd have to look to see what else she has. And in this one, I don't know if, who, I think maybe, was it Nisi Lynn, who mentioned stitching her initials in another color. So I did that in this one, which I kind of like. And then my initials are on there, but it's not super obvious. And I just noticed it as I was showing it to you. So there's that. And then this one, this was Lizzie Kate. I made this a few years back for my daughter for her confirmation. I love the stitching, but I'm really not happy with how I finished it. It's since kind of fallen off of here. I no, it's not good. So this, there's a little bit of padding on here, and the idea was that it was going to stick on here, and I had this little green background. My daughter really likes green. I feel like it needs something else around the edges. I don't know what it needs, but it needs something. But there's the stitching. It was fun. It was nice to do. What's this on here? Doesn't look like it belongs. Oh no, that's just in the fabric. I'm trying to pull it out. So that needs some attention. I don't know. You know, I need to. I should just bring things with me when I go. Like when I go to Joann's, I should just bring this with. Walk around the store until I find something that would work to finish it. This is one that I made years ago, and I think I made it for my sister, and somehow it found its way back to me. Not sure why. It's filthy. I was looking at it today, and I think I'm going to take it out of this frame, and I'm going to wash it and just see if it gets, you know, any cleaner. I think it would, but I don't know why she gave it back to me. Maybe, well, it's a little delicate for her taste, probably. Anyway, okay, that's all the stitching, the finished projects. I have 3 more things to show. So in my on my bookcase, I grabbed a couple more books. This one is called Gifts of Love. It's by Kohler Design Studio. And I decided today, as I was paging through my books, that I think I need to go through every one of those books. And unless I can find something in there that I will stitch today, if given the opportunity, I should let the books go. Because I have too many. I have too many books. So there might be a fire sale on my books. But I did find something in this one that I probably won't ever stitch it, but I would possibly, although it's nearly full coverage, and full coverage is not my jam, as they say. But it's really cute. I love all the quilt patterns in there, and a little house. What does it say? I can't even, let's see, what does it say? When this you see, remember me. It's very cute. This book was published, you know, I'm going to tell you when it was published. 1993. Kohler Design Studio. Let me just see if there's anything else in here that I would stitch. There's a lot of florally stuff, and there's a lot of back stitching. You know, that was the thing then. Everything had tons of back stitch. There's a lot of like nearly full coverage, which, like I said, I don't enjoy that too much. So I probably wouldn't. You know, this is kind of, I think, typical of that time. You know, with all the back stitching. It's not my taste, but it's pretty. Little birds and stuff. But this one is kind of interesting. So the sampler has a ribbon running through it, which gives it quite a bit of, you know, makes it a little 3D, 2D. I never know the difference. And then here, these hearts, this is a little strand of beads that they ran through there. So it's cute. It's something different. So that's Gifts of Love by Kohler Design Studio. And the next book, this book I would highly recommend. In fact, I paid full price for this book, I can see, because there's a price tag on it, $27.95. I don't know where I bought it, but it's A to Z of embroidery stitches. And it was from the publishers of Inspirations magazine. I vaguely remember that magazine. Let's see when this one was published, 1997. But here's the beauty of this. It's all, I showed you. Did I show you the cover? I don't know. It is all, it's all stitches. It's all specialty stitches, and it's all the steps. I don't know if I'm supposed to show you this page, but that's just an example of how to get this leaf, and it shows you every single step along the way. So that's pretty cool, I think. Lots of, you know, this is another one. So this is a book if you have any interest in embroidery stitches or something other than cross stitch. This is a great reference book. Really nice. Oh, and the other thing, it has the spiral bound thing, so you can just lay it flat on the table and it's not closing all the time. So there's that. Okay. Last but not least, I came across something I purchased a while back. I don't know when I bought this. I have to look on my Amazon account. But it's this CrossStitch collection 2001 to 2010. And it says here, it's 60 issues of Just CrossStitch magazine. Bonus 10 years of ornament issues included. It's on a CD. And I think that CD is in my laptop right now because it's not in here. So I hope it's in my laptop. I don't think I've perused it very thoroughly, just because I don't think I've had time. But it was one of those moments where I thought, oh yeah, I need to have that. I need to have all of the issues of Just CrossStitch magazine from 2001 to 2010 because I had got rid of them all. So, and I don't know if this was it or if there was another one that followed this or preceded it. I'm not sure. I know that Amazon does have some other collections of CDs of magazines. So if you're interested in something like that, you might check it out. I was going to try to find some free patterns. I did see one this week. I don't remember where it was. It was a Valentine theme. It was real cute. And I'll add it to my list of free patterns in the show notes or the description. I think that's it. I hope everybody has a great week and get some stitching in, and hopefully I'll see you next week. Okay, take care. Bye.